everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a $5 dinner collaboration with Brooke at Southern Frugal Mama and Emily at My Beautiful Chaos. Okay, it's bitterly cold out today, but I'm gonna go in Walmart and I don't carry cash, so I'm gonna be using my debit card to spend $5 for a meal. So let's go do it. Today's video is going to be a $5 dinner collaboration with Brooke at Southern Frugal Mama and Emily at My Beautiful Chaos. I will be linking their videos down in the comments. So, I'm going to show you what I chose. Our budget was $5. I know some people take a $5 bill and go in and, show you that, but I never carry cash, so I use my debit card. Mine was $4. I'm going to use, we can use staples, like season, just salt, pepper, garlic, that kind of stuff, and milk. So everybody has milk. So I spent right at $5. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making soup beans, cornbread out of the Jiffy Mix, and kraut and weenies. So, without further ado, let's get into this. I got my beans in my colander, and I'm going to rinse these and go through them about 3 or 4 times. I prefer my soup beans done the way, this is the only way I will eat soup beans, and it's the way my mom makes them, on top of the stove, cooking them for about 2 or 3 hours at a slow rate. So, I'm going to go ahead, wash my beans, and go through them, and I'll be back. I don't think you guys want to see that part. One of the reasons that I chose this meal was Chris had told me the other night that he had a craving for soup beans. And I said, what better time to do it than do it with this collab. And he loves my mom's soup beans, so I'm going to be making her soup beans, and they're pretty easy. So what I'm going to do, pan, and I'm going to add water. I like to add enough to cover them pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. And I like to add a big tablespoon of some kind of fat. So I'm going to put some of that in here, about a tablespoon. Turn my stove on. A little bit of salt. And I'm going to cover it. And I'm going to let this cook. See my wet shirt? And I'm going to let this cook for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and then I'll come and check if I need to add more water. I'll add more water. This will cook for 2 to 3 hours. So let's let that get to working. I also wanted to say this. You will be seeing this Friday, the 24th, January the 24th. And today's Caitlin's birthday, my daughter Caitlin. She's 28. wow, I can't believe she's 28 years old. No, it seems like yesterday. She was just this little bitty 8-pound, 5-ounce baby. And with a little patch of gray hair right here, her hair stuck straight up. If I can find a picture, I'll stick it in here. But I was just wanted to come on here and tell her, Caitlin, happy blessed birthday. You have come a long way. You have fought really hard. You're the bravest person I know. And this video is dedicated to her. So I love you, Caitlin. Happy birthday. It's been an hour. It looks like it needs a little bit more water, so I'm going to add some more water. Now, I'm going to let it cook for another hour. Hey, guys. Let me let you all hear our snoring senior citizen cat. There's what my soup beans are looking like. They're about done. Now that this is almost done, I'm going to go ahead and make my cornmeal muffins. I'm going to turn my oven on to 400. It says 400, but mine's a little bit calibrated to higher, so I'm going to put it on 390. Preheat that. I need to add my cornmeal mix. And I need 1/3 cup of milk, which this is the milk that I got with the extra that I had left over. So it put me over about 25 cents. Since it was exactly $4. But it says use an egg. And since that wasn't in the budget, I'm going to use a little bit of oil. See how that works. Not much. I've got my pan greased up here. I'm going to go ahead and mix this. A cup of milk doesn't seem like a whole lot, does it? I'm used to my cornbread being a little bit thinner than this. May add just a little bit more milk. Maybe a couple tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my muffin tin. Like I said, my husband's been craving some soup beans. He told me the other night he'd like to have some, but I told him I'd probably make them for my video. And he said, oh, okay. Now my son won't eat these. Sorry about that. Chris actually called me on the phone while I was in the middle of video, and so I had to answer. We'll let my oven preheat, and then I'll be right back. I went ahead and put my cornbread into the oven. It is already preheated, so it's in the oven getting ready. I didn't record it. I thought I hit record, but I didn't. So, while I'm waiting for this, I'm going to cook it for about 13 to 15 minutes. Add a little bit of oil to my pan. Get that heated up. And I'm going to cut up my hot dogs, my kraut and weenies. This brings back childhood memories. My mom used to make a lot of kraut and weenies. Actually, one of my favorite meals that she makes has kraut and weenies in it. Don't know if I've ever told you all this or not, but when my mom makes Sunday dinner, and she does every Sunday, and there's anywhere from probably 15 to 25 people at her house sometimes. Sometimes it's upwards of 30 when we're all there. She makes not just one main, but she'll do like multiple main dishes. She'll do like meatloaf and maybe a pot roast, or and then she'll have like mashed potatoes, like 3 or 4, upwards of 5 sides sometimes. And she usually has a dessert. Sometimes she has soup beans with it as well. So she makes a big spread on Sundays. Always has. So I got my hot dogs cut up. Added those to the pan. Let me go ahead and open my sauerkraut. I'm going to add that to my pan. I am going to add just a tiny bit of salt, but a lot of black pepper. Go ahead and get this started. I think I have more hot dogs than I do sauerkraut, but that's fine because it gives us a meat. And it's taken 3 or 4 hours to cook my soup beans, but mine's a pretty easy meal. And it's one of my favorites. And like I said, Chris has been asking for it, so I'm excited. So I'm gonna let this cook up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and start dishing this out so it'll be cooling down a little bit. You know, that bag of beans didn't make a whole lot. But I like the soup better than I do the beans anyway. So there's his bowl of beans. Mix up my let me go ahead and finish plating this up. Out my weenies and our soup beans. And Chris has been asking for soup beans for a while. And the cornbread, some of it fell apart.
Heard it.
But he crumbles his and his soup beans. I don't. I'm one of those that don't crumble it like I do in tomato soup.
Well, this is real crumbly. That's good. Unless you want to eat it whole.
I like mine whole.
Yeah,
These soup beans are hot.
This comes apart real easy.
Can you see the steam? I'll just eat the one.
Well, you can have that other one.
No, I'm good.
And I like a little Texas Pete in mine.
He likes Texas Pete.
On some things. And then I like a little ketchup too. Anybody else eat ketchup on their beans?
Yeah.
Some people eat mayonnaise. My mom eats mayonnaise on them.
Dad used to.
Your dad eat mayonnaise in them? I don't understand the
You
mayonnaise.
and Caitlin, and now Emily does.
Mayonnaise?
No, ketchup.
Oh, ketchup.
Yeah. You all got her into. I think Emily said she ate ketchup on hers.
Let me get this mixed up good.
We've not gone to my mom's in over 3 weeks because of the weather. And he's been wanting soup beans, so. And he and I are the only two that eat them.
And this is your cheap meal?
Mm-hmm. About $5.25.
$5. I can't even eat lunch for that. At McDonald's or nowhere. Hardly for $5.
I prefer
And this is for 2 people.
homemade cornbread. I think the Jiffy Mix is a little too sweet.
How much more does it cost to make homemade versus the Jiffy?
Well, I would have had to buy cornmeal.
Oh.
That would have put me out of the budget.
Oh. You can't get little packs of cornmeal just enough for one thing. Maybe, don't know.
But this was just like 50-something cents. You know what would be good?
It needs a little more ketchup. What?
Sliced up onion.
Yes, if we had some onion or some relish or something.
Your Jethro.
Yeah, that's a big bowl. Look how much bigger my bowl is than her bowl. You can't hardly tell it on camera, but it's
It may be a serving bowl, but
it's like 3. Yeah, this is like a mashed potato bowl or something. This is like 2 quarts of soup beans.
they taste like Mom's except for the cornbread.
Yeah, she's always got that in a cast iron skillet homemade cornbread. Let's see. Relish or something like that. Her
Chow
mom,
chow.
yeah, chow chow. Her mom here a while back had zucchini relish, homemade zucchini relish, and I sat over there one day and I ate almost half a jar of it with a big giant bowl of soup beans. It was really good.
No matter what my mom cooks, if she's got a pot of soup beans, Chris eats the soup beans.
Mm-hmm. Try a little bit of this kraut in the soup beans.
This is pretty good.
For a cheap meal, this is excellent. Hot for a cold day.
Makes me think of my childhood.
And the Texas Pete will warm you up.
So,
and the ketchup gives it a little bit of sweet.
Eat it with my left hand.
And the kraut and weenies.
But you could never go wrong with kraut and weenies.
As long as you like kraut. Some people don't like kraut.
I don't think Brooke likes kraut.
Really? Yeah. So some people don't like kraut, so that wouldn't work. But if you like kraut weenies is a nice cheap meal. But it's a little bit like by itself. I don't know if I'd want to eat it just by itself without anything else.
I would. Out of the jar. I mean, out of the can. I'd eat it with soup beans. What? No, the kraut.
Soup beans. Yeah. But,
just a can of kraut,
but
not cooked.
But if you were making kraut and weenies for your meal, without anything else to go with it, kraut and weenies and a big old pile of mashed potatoes, maybe might be a pretty good meal.
Kraut and weenies.
For cheap, you could get a box of mashed potatoes, the instant ones.
Kraut and weenies and tater cakes.
Ooh, yeah. Kraut and weenies and tater cakes. You'd have to make mashed taters and then make tater cakes out of them. And maybe some onion. Yeah. And maybe some toaster cornbread or something to go with that. I bet you could make a $5 meal out of that.
Sorry, that was Brooke messaging me. Well, I'll give it a thumbs up. And, like I said, go watch Brooke's and Emily's. I'm going to link them in the comments.
go and check them out. I'm sure they'll beat me out of the water, but
I hope everybody's staying warm because it's been really cold. It was 6 degrees when I went to work this morning.
he come home and our heat pump wasn't working.
Yeah.
So he's working on that. So I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit that notification button, share this video. See you next time. Bye.